Hello, girls and boys. Ready? Let's begin.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Today is Thursday, April 23rd. We are in day 33 of California's stay-at-home order. I have a feeling that soon I'm not going to be saying that, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be so awesome. And welcome to Danny Eley Live. I'm your host, Danny Eley, and tonight we don't have a super huge agenda. We're just hanging out, we're talking, we're chatting. So if you're online right now, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Twitter, if you're on WhatsApp? No, somebody's on WhatsApp, but they're not watching us through WhatsApp. They're watching us on Twitter, on TikTok. Say what's up. Say how you doing. Let's talk. Let's have a good conversation tonight. All right, so I don't have a super crazy agenda tonight. I did have a guest that was supposed to be here. However, she has been experiencing some health issues lately, so I didn't want to ask her to push through it and come on anyways. So we'll save her for another day. But I do want to tell you guys I'm very excited. I spoke earlier, did some pre-show conversation with our guest for next Tuesday, the 28th. I spoke with Dean Braxton, and his story is amazing, and he is such a wonderful person. I can't wait until those of you who haven't met him yet get to virtually meet him here. And those of you that have met him, that have been blessed by his story so far, can be blessed again with it. So what's going on? So we need some conversation happening tonight. Y'all, I need your help. I can't do this alone tonight. I gotta have some conversation. We gotta have some back and forth. We gotta talk here. This is a live show. This is an interactive live show. So we gotta talk. You got me? You got me? You feel me? All right. If you're here, push 1 in the comments. Let me know you're here. I'll give you a shout out. Who's here? Literally, we're going to do this for a little bit. There's that, oh man, I'm super early tonight. I didn't even realize it wasn't 6 o'clock yet. I'm here early. Guys, I discovered this recently. Not Gatorade. Gatorade's been around forever. But Gatorade Zero. Yo, this is bomb. This is so good. Let me show you. Zero. Can you see that? Can you see that? 0 grams of sugar. And this is, there's a lot of Gatorade Zeros. This is the best one. This is Glacier Cherry. And I'm not normally a cherry fan, but Glacier Cherry is so good. Guillermo, what's up? Guillermo says, hey, hello Danny, how are you? Please stay safe. My regards to Nimi. I think Nimi's here. I think she's somewhere in the chat, somewhere in the conversation, so she thinks she can hear that. So thank you so much for Guillermo for stopping by, for saying hello. What's up, Looms Mom X2? Thank you so much for joining us on Instagram. And what's up, Puerto Rico 100 on TikTok. Puerto Rico Big 2 Lit on TikTok. Jay on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for being here. Who else is here? Is anybody on Facebook or on YouTube? Let's check YouTube really quick. No comments on YouTube. As usual, YouTube is behind. Behind, man. But anyways, guys, I wanted to come on real quick tonight. And honestly, are you tired of this? Like, who's tired of this? Like, who's tired of this world right now? I am so tired of things being unusual. Like, here's the thing. I don't want to say normal, because I think we're past the point of things ever being back to the way they were before, right? Like, I think that things will never be normal again in that term. but I would really like to get back to some sort of consistency. I don't know. I had my car worked on today, which is awesome. The car people are still working. Shout out to if I say the wrong name, it's Meineke and Elisa Viejo. You guys rock. Had my AC fixed there yesterday. And then today I took my car and I've needed to get a backup camera. I've needed to get a tent and I've needed to get a new stereo because my stereo was still old school tape deck, all that. So I've needed to get a new stereo. So I took my my car into OC Stereo and Tent in Santa Ana today. And, oops, sorry, I said that wrong. I said that so white. Santa Ana. See, so you're not supposed to say, when you're in Southern California, you're not supposed to call it Santa Ana. You're supposed to call it Sanana. But I took my car into Sanana today and got a great tent, got an awesome stereo installed, Bluetooth, which my wife is going to love because now I can talk to her when I'm driving, as opposed to before where I had an excuse to not talk to her while I was driving, right? Anyways, got the tent, got the stuff, but as I was, so I didn't want to bother anybody with getting a ride, so it was only like a mile and a half away from my office, so I just dropped off the car, walked back to my office, worked until they told me it was ready. They called me, they actually gave me enough time to just head back before it was finished, so I got there just as they were finishing, which is perfect, right? But on my way there, I was like, man, what if I get there before it's done? Oh, I'll just, I'll go to the Del Taco down the street and get a burrito and wait. Nope, can't do that. What's up, Miss Sale? Miss Ale. Just sent you an Italian hand. Ah, thank you on TikTok. Thank you for joining. What's up, Beth on TikTok? If you're still here, thank you for joining. Anyways, I just thought I'll go into the spot and get a burrito and I'll wait for them. And then I remembered, can't do that. Can't just go and sit in a restaurant anymore. So like I literally sat outside. I mean, they were basically finished when I got there. So I just sat outside. It's really hot today too, which is awesome. And that's what I did. That's what I did, because you can't just go wait in a restaurant for something to be finished like you used to be able to, right? Like I used to love taking my laptop into McDonald's and doing work while I was waiting for something else to be finished, or while I was waiting in between, right? Can't do that anymore. So I'm ready for that to be back. I'm ready for Costco to have combination pizza back again. That's my favorite pizza. If you don't know me, I mean, if you don't know that I love combination pizza from Costco, then you don't know me, because it's my favorite. Like, that's what I can eat anytime, every time, all the time. Combination pizza. They don't have it on the menu right now. My wife and I recently, when was it? 2 weeks ago? Not this Monday, but the previous Monday. We celebrated our 5-year dating anniversary. We started dating 5 years ago. The 13th, April 13th, 2015 is when we started dating. And so we really had, earlier in the year when we realized it was 5 years we'd been dating, we were really excited because we wanted to go make a video where we were recreating our first date. However, COVID happened, so now we didn't get to do that. So we put out a video, or we're putting out a video. We filmed ourselves just kind of telling the story and talking and showing the sights, but we will go and do that recreation of that first date. So you can check out that video when it comes out a little bit later today or tomorrow. Let's see what else. I'll tell you one thing. What's up, Tyla? Thank you for being here on TikTok. I'm glad TikTok hasn't pulled this down yet. TikTok likes, because I have these little, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, right there, you can see my social media call to actions right there. But on Instagram, and maybe Periscope and possibly TikTok, well, definitely, you can only see the, like, and Danny there, right? You can't see the whole thing. So TikTok looks at that and thinks that it's this is a pre-recorded, like I don't own this copy, but it really is mine. We really are going live right this minute. Just because I have this stuff popping up, which there's nothing there now, but just because I have this stuff, we're gonna get it. This stuff popping up doesn't mean that I'm not live. It means that I am live. But yeah, so I really, okay, we got why Costco doesn't have combo pizza. It's very good. I know, right, Guillermo? Like, Costco pizza is by far my favorite. 818 Valley, what's up? Thank you for joining us on TikTok. Let's check Facebook really quick. See if the Facebook crew. Facebook's behind. Guys, Facebook doesn't like to comment. Maggie and Brophy, how you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us live. I'm not gonna miss. Well, I don't miss the traffic. That's one thing I don't miss, because actually, as an essential employee or essential worker, I still do have to travel quite a bit throughout Orange County and Los Angeles, and I do drive, and I do drive fast. Not 100 miles, like I heard they wrote 1,200 speeding tickets out for 100 miles and over in California last week. I don't drive that fast. I do drive faster than normal because the roads are clear, and it's really nice to be able to drive like at a fast pace. But I'm not going to miss the traffic from this right now. Those are, and what else? I'm not going to miss. I really do appreciate how families have come together in this time, in this moment, in this place, and I like seeing families going on walks together, spending time together. It's a really good thing. I hope it's something that carries on and continues past this moment that we're in. Just because it's super special to see families coming together. And I mean, I've heard people talk about how they appreciate this time, because normally, especially, guys that have kids that are going to be leaving the house soon. I don't know if any of you are in that place, but being able to spend this extra time where they can't go anywhere and they have to stay home, and normally it's a very busy time of year and everybody's going everywhere, but being able to slow down and actually spend this quality time. I am going to appreciate how people are, I'm going to miss how people are available. Seemed like before COVID I would call people and it was hard to connect sometimes with people, right, over the phone or through whatever video conferencing. But I've talked to a lot of friends in this season and this time. I'll tell you one thing that I'm not going to miss is this hair. Dude, I checked it the other day. It was 3.5 inches long. What's up, Bria? Thank you for joining us on TikTok. I can't wait to get my hair cut. I hope my barber's okay. I have a bad feeling about him. He's an older guy. I hope he's okay, but I don't have any way of contacting him to find out, make sure he's good. I did want to bring a little bit of encouragement tonight. Something that I shared with a coworker of mine that I was talking with the other day is we were talking about like getting back to normal and when everything will be and all of those type of things. And he was saying how, we work with kids, and how a lot of kids are scared during this time. And the other day, I'll be honest, I woke up and I had a little lump in the back of my throat. Now, I slept with the fan on and I was probably a little cold. I'm good. I'm all right. No other symptoms except for like an hour where I felt like my throat was a little dry. But I got scared. Like I got fearful in that moment. And I thought to myself, oh no, what if I have it, right? Then I went and looked at some facts. And I'm not trying to say this, share these facts to say that we shouldn't do what we're doing. We should all be distancing ourselves. We should all be making sure that we're taking the precautions that we need to take care of ourselves and each other. But I looked at this number. I don't know where you are getting your information, if you're just seeing it on the news or whatever. But I go to the website worldmeters.info, and the coronavirus cases. And I look at it, breaks it down. What I like about it is it breaks it down by country, and then even in the U.S. by state. So I can kind of see where California's at, how we're doing, how well we're doing, how not well we're doing. But I really like this website to find this stuff. I should have popped it up on the screen. You know what? Give me a second. Let me do that for you. Let me do that. Because I think it would be helpful to share this information with everyone. It was helpful the other day when I was talking with one of my coworkers about it. Let me just do this here. There we go. And then I just gotta shrink the screen so you guys will be able to see it. So, and I'm gonna make sure that this one has an audio, so when I'm talking you guys can hear me talk. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate it. All right, okay. So, let me show you these numbers here. There we go. So you guys can still hear me. You guys can see the screen. Look at the numbers here. This is worldwide. These are the most up-to-date numbers. We have current coronavirus cases 2,717,921 cases in the world. That number right there is deaths, 190,630 deaths. Just got a text from Chris Cheek saying Herbert. Oh, maybe is a draft going on tonight? Anyways, and then recovered 745,484. Now, it seems like these numbers, the cases and the deaths are being reported mostly, but I just want to just look at this death, and I know that not all countries are reporting accurately information. They're not reporting the information the best that they possibly can. But just this number right here, just this 190,630 cases in a population of 7 billion. Now, I know that people have friends and know of people that have passed away from this, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to downplay it in any way, shape, or form. But out of 7 billion people in the world, we have 190,000 that have died. And there will be more, unfortunately. But the odds of getting this and dying are very, 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 very low. Especially if you're young. Especially if you don't have pre-existing conditions. And I think I have pre-existing conditions. Chatavia Calloway. There's a name I haven't seen in a while on TikTok. How you doing, Chatavia? Maggie, yes, very scary. Maggie says we're in New York, 30 miles to outside New York City, Rockland County. It is scary, especially when you're in spaces where lots and lots of people are dying. However, like, it is good to keep yourself in perspective. Perspective is good. It doesn't mean don't do these things. It doesn't mean don't take precautions. It doesn't mean be stupid and just do whatever you want to do. But the reality is, like, the numbers are very low, and there's so much fear. Like, I literally have friends. I have friends that have not left their homes in 33 days. That everything's been ordered, that they have stayed inside for the last 33 days. And I'm just like, oh, now I get it. I have some friends that truthfully, I have a friend that probably will not be able to leave their home for another year until at least there's a vaccine for this, because she has a pre-existing condition that is very, very, very real and very, very, very. I mean, honestly, if she got this, it would be life and death for her. But if you don't have those conditions, then this is something that the fear of this. And honestly, I think I had a conversation earlier with somebody today that challenged me to look up the statistics of right now, of suicide rates. And suicide is on an upswing, which is like scary, and they can't figure out if it's on an upswing specifically because of this virus, because the springtime is a time where suicide happens more frequently. But I think with an influx of fear pushed into people, it becomes something that is more it just becomes something that I don't exactly know what I'm trying to say, except for, like, I don't want people to be scared. I don't want people to live in fear, because I know what fear can do to a brain. I know what fear can do to a mind. I know what it can do to a spirit. And fear is one of the absolute worst things that people can have. So I guess that's all I'm saying, is I'm saying put yourself into perspective. 7 billion people in the world. Your odds of this thing getting you is extremely, extremely low. Been home 5 weeks, out twice. 1 out of 67 people we have. 1 out of 67. See, so places like that, Maggie, I completely get it. Places where there's a surge of it, the likelihood of you catching it are higher. However, the death rate is still, in the population of it, is the odds of you dying of this are very, very low. And that doesn't mean that you should go out. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't take care of yourself. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't follow your local officials' information. But please just don't live in fear. Don't live in a place where you're scared. And seriously, I read something on Facebook this week that I really identify with, and it said, "Dear parents, I'm a teacher. Don't worry about where your kids are in their schooling. When we get back, I'll get them caught up. That's my superpower. What I need you to do is help your kids to not live in fear." Because fear is awful. Fear is, yeah. This got really dark. I try not to normally go to this, but I just don't want people living in fear that they're going to die. Like, I've talked to people that literally think if they go outside, they're going to die. And that's fine. If you want to stay inside, more power to you. But live in truth, not in fear. And it would make sense. It would make sense for when you look at the outside world. There definitely are people with nefarious plans. I think I said that right. There are definitely people that are looking for power and control in all situations, and in this situation they are as well. And there are people that are using this moment to use fear to keep people in submission to their control. And that's cool. If you want to be in their control, totally fine. You can. But don't let somebody else keep you in fear. And Maggie and Brophy, I really, really feel for you guys, because you're in a place where statistically, I mean, those statistics you gave me, um, you're in a place where it is very scary. It is very scary, but don't live in fear. Don't live in a place of fear. Next Tuesday, I really need everyone that's listening right now, that's on here on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Periscope, on TikTok, on everything. I really need you to be here next Tuesday, April 28th, 6 p.m. Pacific Coast time, so 7 p.m. Mountain Standard, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. got them all Eastern time. And sorry if you're outside of the continental U.S. I have no idea how to figure that out. But you got to be here next Tuesday night, because my guest is he has an amazing story. His name is Dean Braxton. Talked with him earlier. Super encouraged by the conversation that we're going to be having. Dean had an experience, and I don't know exactly how to say it, but his heart stopped beating for an hour and 45 minutes. His doctor said that he had died. He came back with no brain damage, with no long-term damage from this experience, and he had an experience in the hour and 45 minutes where he was gone, and I really can't wait to have him share that with you. Roman 2021 KK, thank you so much. Hi, how are you? He had an experience in an hour and 45 minutes that is unbelievable and incredibly encouraging. And I can say that there are things that line up with things that I've experienced in my life. I've never not had my heart beating for an hour and 45 minutes, but there are things that happened during that time that have lined up with my life. And so I can't wait for him to be here. I can't wait for you to hear his story. And what I was saying is, we're going to extend the show a little bit longer. We're going to start at 6 p.m. or whatever time that is for you, Roman. Sorry, I don't know why I said Romaine. Did I say Romaine? Sorry, Roman. From the class. Okay. We're going to start right at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're probably going to go for an hour. We're going to let him share his story for about 20 minutes, and then my favorite part is, and this is why I need everyone to be here. Can you come here next Tuesday, April 28th? Please, I'm begging you. I need as many people to come here as possible at that time, because we are going to have a question and answer time with Dean Braxton, where you are going to be able to type in your questions. We're going to ask him questions about his experience, about what he saw, where he went, who he met. Honestly, every time I've heard his story, which I've only heard it live one time, and I've heard it recorded probably 5 or 6 times, I am incredibly blessed by it. So please be here, and then tell other people. This is going to be such an amazing show. And of course, we're going to rebroadcast it for Africa, for Asia, for India. India is part of Asia. For Europe, because you guys are all asleep at this point in the day. We are going to rebroadcast it the following day. But please try to make it here. If you can't make it here, please go on, and I'll even, if you miss the broadcast and you can ask questions, get a hold of me at one of these contact information. Whatever you're watching this on right now, you can message me there. And if you have questions for him that didn't get answered, I can forward those on to him, and I can get them back to him. We are also doing a giveaway. He's written a couple of books about his experience, and so we're going to be giving away books. He even said signed books. So the Long Beach class, you remember Emma? Are you talking to Nimi? Possibly you're talking to Nimi. But Roman will hit you up. Don't worry. Knick-knack, paddywhack, you came at the wrong time. We're just ending. I want to thank you guys so much. Again, please don't live in fear. I had no idea what I was going to come on tonight talking about. That's why the name of this is just Thursday Hangout. But please, 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 please don't live in fear. Live your life in peace. And that's what I really want to just leave you with, peace. Hit me up on any of the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Did I get them all? Hit me up on any of those, and I'd love to talk with you more. That is one thing that I am actually able to do. I was never able to before because I was so busy that I was never able to chat with people and conversate back and forth. But please hit me up on those, and make sure you're back here next Tuesday, April 28th, 6 p.m. West Coast time. So excited for you guys to meet Dean and ask your questions. Until then, I'm Danny Eley. This is Danny Eley Live.